Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Jollz. I'm a Valorant player, and after playing Valorant, I usually watch videos submitted by Twitch viewers on my stream almost every day. I stream all of this on Twitch, so come hang out. The link's going to be in the description box below. Be sure to subscribe and comment down below which videos I should react to. Lastly, you can check out all my other content by clicking the channels button on my YouTube page. We are going for World Domination. Other than that, enjoy the video. Okay, listen. I'm going to be reading Am I the Asshole? And then chat, you guys are going to be the ones telling them, are they an asshole or are they not? Okay, I'll tell you the story. All you guys have to do is listen and then decide. Everyone pay attention here. We're gonna go through the story and then you guys are gonna tell me whether this person is an asshole or not. All right. Am I the asshole for not paying for an accident I caused? I recently got into a car accident. I totally acknowledge I was at fault. My car was a total loss and the person I hit had a lot of scratches and bump, but still drivable. My car was a Prius. She had a much larger truck. She had 3 young kids with her and she was really hesitant to call the police during the accident and ask if I could cover the damage out of pocket. To be honest, I was kind of tempted to because no one likes dealing with insurance premium increase after an accident, but I don't know how laws and stuff work, so I felt it would have been safer just to call the police and get an accident report. After we called the police and they asked for our license, registration, etc., it turns out the woman was driving without a license, which is illegal in my state. She was using her husband's car. He had insurance on the car, so we exchanged info. The police also told me she was getting cited for driving without a license with 3 kids in the car. The police left us both with driver exchange forms with each other's contact info and insurance info. Obviously, everyone was unhappy with the situation. I had to go car shopping, which was not fun given the price of used cars right now. Anyways, this happens about 2 weeks ago. I got a call today from the woman's husband telling me that insurance was refusing to pay because he had knowingly given his permission for someone unlicensed to drive his vehicle. Additionally, they were heavily fined and charged with a misdemeanor. They are apparently very low income and this would definitely affect them and their kids. He asked me to help him fight with the insurance and for assistance with court costs since I was at fault in the accident and no one would have found out if I hadn't caused the accident. I told him to please not contact me and to let our insurance handle it. As I don't really know anything about these things, he yelled at me for not taking responsibility and ruining his family. I do feel bad, but I also feel like I did take responsibility for causing the accident. I'm not asking for legal advice, but am I the asshole for not helping them out of pocket for their damages after causing the accident? Interesting. I don't think this person's an asshole, personally. I don't think this person's an asshole, dude. Because here's the thing, dude. Here's the thing. If you don't and you pay out of pocket, they could have fucked them over. Imagine they're like, we got I have neck pain, blah, 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 blah. I was in an accident. If you don't go through legally, right? So I personally don't think so, right? It's literally just the law. Like, you have to do that. I don't think you should be penalized. If anything, you know, your fight is against the law. I don't really think it's something that it's necessarily their fault. Yes, it was their fault for having the accident. They took responsibility by calling the thing and you know, paying everything. It was unfortunate that they were breaking the law, right? How is that on the person's accident fault? Your responsibility should be for the thing that you caused, not for everything after that, right? What do you guys think? 91% not the asshole. All right. So that was a pretty easy one. All right. Interesting. Next one. Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend that we cannot afford for me to be her sugar daddy? Oh, God. This is going to be a good one. My male, 27, girlfriend, 23, is absolutely beautiful. And most of her friends are also physically attractive women as well. And they like to party with rich men they meet. My girlfriend and I have been together for a couple years. I make a decent living, but I'm not NBA rich. I don't have a trust fund. I'm not a tech millionaire. I just make a very good salary and bonuses. Enough to have paid of a good portion of my house to have graduated without debt. I want to retire young enough to enjoy my life, so I invest and save most of my money. Not all. I'm still enjoying my life now. I'm taking us to an all-exclusive in Jamaica for New Year's. But she's jealous of her friends. They get lavish gifts and they go out for dinner all the time. She loves me and we have plans for the future, but she keeps bringing up all the things her friends get from their make admirers. I finally snapped and said that I could not afford to be a sugar daddy. She said her friends aren't like that, so I pointed out that they do not make enough money to support the lifestyles they have. I pointed out one of them drives a $100,000 Lexus and she works part-time at a restaurant as a hostess. She says that I'm calling her friends sex workers, which I would not do, and judging them, so I asked her to explain how her friends afford dinner out of a very expensive restaurant while earning minimum wage in some cases. So now she thinks I'm an asshole for making what I feel are observations. She asked if I consider her that way because I pay for everything and earn 6x what she does. I told her no, that I'm proud to have a teacher for a girlfriend, but she is still sulking. Oh, okay. So I actually see, I see both sides, like where both of them are coming from, but I don't think I don't think this is an asshole. I can see where she thought that that's what he meant, maybe. But pointing out observations isn't necessarily bad as long as you're not necessarily judging them for it. You know what I mean? Like, I think what happened was there's like miscommunication between them. She might have taken it out of context and maybe he didn't explain it well. You know what I mean? But I definitely see, I can see why both of them might be a little tilted, right? This is an interesting one. I personally don't think that they're an asshole. I think there's just some miscommunication. The only thing is with these posts is like you only get one side, right? So you don't know exactly how they're sugarcoating it or what they're changing up, right? Everyone get your votes in. Damn, we have 100% for no on not the asshole. Okay. All right. That's big. Yeah, personally, I don't think so either. I don't think they're necessarily an asshole. All right. Next. My husband's good mistress. Okay, before judging, please bear with me. My husband and I have been married for over 15 years. We went through many miscarriages before getting in vitro assistance to have our children. That might have been enough for any marriage to split, but we've worked everything out so far. About 8 years ago, he decided to take an English course since he had never been good at that. We are from a non-English speaking country, so we enrolled and started attending. He didn't say much, but a couple months in, I started to notice him taking longer to get ready, putting more attention to the way he looked, paying extra attention to have all his clothes looking nice and all. He started using words in our language he had never used before, and I got curious. I would ask him about his classes and he would say they were okay, nothing special, yet he would wake up earlier than ever and went back home pretty late at night. I'm talking about him leaving at 7 a.m. and arriving at 11 p.m. He doesn't have an office job since he has a couple different businesses, but he used to hate waking up early and would often go to check on business every now and then. As the weeks went by, I decided to ask my brother, who's a taxi driver, to follow him around, just to see what my husband was doing. It took my brother less than a week to find out my husband was cheating. He was having an affair with his teacher. My brother was able to get to the school, ask for information and all. That's when I decided to check on his phone, and I realized they texted on a regular basis, but the interactions were not what I was expecting to see. It seemed like my husband deleted some texts and kept others. I managed to get his phone paired with my computer, see if I could get the whole conversations. I kept on investigating this woman. I was intrigued. I wanted to know if she had a husband so I can break her marriage as well. It turns out she was my age. She was single. She had traveled around the world. She was one of the most interesting women everybody loves and worships. I was intrigued. I wanted to talk to her, to meet her, to understand what was the real deal with her and my husband. I found myself surprised the first time I caught her texting my husband in real time. She wasn't the sweetest thing, but her texts were like motivating quotes she gave my husband all the time. She would send him pictures of projects for a building my husband was working on, and they would share ideas. She told him it would be better to picture the building as multi-purpose rather than just an office building, which turned out to be the best decision ever. She would give all sorts of advice to my husband, and he seemed to become a more business-oriented man than ever. He usually lost money starting businesses that had little to no future, but this woman changed his vision, and I was there to witness it. She seemed to be a very busy woman, traveling abroad, having fun with friends, and helping my husband in all sorts of things. Even in bed, he was improving. No, you don't need to know all this. Oh my god. Reading their convos became part of my routine once my husband left. One convo that I'll remember forever was when my husband asked her to quit her job and partnered with him in his ventures. She said no immediately and sent him a voice message telling him, "I'm not here to take you from your family. I'm here to help you become the best version of yourself. Yes, what we've done is wrong, but you belong to your family and I never asked you to leave them." I was even more confused, but by then my husband's businesses were doing great. He was happy and more caring than ever. He spent more time with me and the kids. He took us on vacation for the first time in years, but I kept wondering if I would be able to go on pretending I had no idea about his mistress. Wait, what the fuck? Edit, I need to add a couple things. This woman moved to a different state 5 years ago. No, I didn't confront my husband. I found that she was leaving because they had a convo less than a week before she left. She got a better job and didn't hesitate at all. They remain friends, but don't actually talk a lot. It seems like it wasn't one of those passionate affairs we see on movies or TV. Every now and then he texts her and she replies back with a photo, or if she texts him to show some achievement of projects she's working on, he replies cordially, but if I didn't know they had an affair, I would think they're longtime friends and nothing else. To those who say I should have confronted him, I really love my husband and our kids. I've come to think of this woman as the therapy we didn't know we needed, but brought us together, improved my husband's businesses, and then left so we could focus on our family. Oh my god. What the fuck? Dude, wait, this is actually... What a very strange situation. Yeah, so, you know, what's one thing we can't avoid, that he cheated on her, right? I think what's happening is that maybe she is kind of like, you know, she's kind of like invested too much and she doesn't want to bring it to attention because she doesn't want it to crumble. You know what I mean? Maybe for like the sake of kids and stuff. I don't know. Like, I think I can understand why she wouldn't, but at the same time, if it was me, I definitely would have confronted, like, immediately. Be like, what the fuck are you doing? I definitely would have confronted them and called it off, right? The thing is, like, dude, if you're in a marriage or something like that, like, you gotta be dedicated to the person, right? And if not, just break up with them. If you're looking for love outside of a relationship, you shouldn't be in one, in my opinion. But also, I understand where the girl's coming from too, because, like, if you have kids and stuff and he seems to be doing better and cares about the family more, why ruin that? It's kind of interesting. I don't know. This is a very interesting one. What do the comments say? That's a good question. Let's see. What a bizarre situation. I know of a married guy who has a gay BF. Gay BF brings the BF's entire family, kid and wife, on vacations, but BF and he get a separate room. They all get gifts from the gay BF. Wife doesn't make any noise as she's benefiting from this relationship. Dude, the world is crazy. He says so. Yeah, nah, fuck that. True. You didn't inspire him to be the best man he could be. She did. That would bother me, that he is becoming a better man to make her proud. Ooh, this is a good point. This is a good point.